The air in the castle at Paterno, just south of Rome, was thick with the smell of damp stone and desperation. It was January 23, 1002 AD, and the Holy Roman Emperor, Otto III, lay burning with fever on a simple cot. At 21 years old, he was a king, an emperor, a self-styled emperor of the world whose grand dream was now crumbling into dust and delirium. His mind, addled by sickness, some whispered of poison, drifted back. He saw himself at Charlemagne's tomb in Aachen on Pentecost, 1000 AD. He had ordered it opened, reaching into the ancient dark to touch the skeleton of his hero, taking the stone throne for his own. That was the height of his Renovatio Imperii Romanorum, the renewal of the Roman Empire. He had made Rome his capital, ruling from the Palatine Hill alongside his friend, Pope Sylvester II. A partnership of emperor and pope meant to usher in a new golden age. But Rome had rejected him. The memory shifted, sharp and painful as a knife wound. The rebellion had erupted in late 1001 AD. The Roman nobles, tired of this Saxon outsider who dressed in Greek silks and preached a universal Christian empire, rose up. He could still hear the mob screaming, see the stones arcing through the air toward his palace. He and the Pope had been forced to flee for their lives, escaping to the fortified seclusion of this very castle. Now, the dream was ending not on a battlefield, but on a sickbed. His trusted aides, their faces masks of concern and creeping fear, gathered around him. "The physicians are useless," one muttered. "The Romans are massing their forces. We must get him back to Germany." Otto's glazed eyes stared at the cold stone ceiling. He saw not the cracks in the mortar, but the cracks in his empire. He had been crowned king of Germany at 3, emperor at 16. He had wielded the Holy Lance, the very spear that pierced Christ's side, believing it made him invincible. He had envisioned a theocratic empire with Rome, the heart of Christendom, as its pulsating center. A racking cough shook his thin frame. The fever showed him the truth. He was just a young man, far from home, betrayed by the city he sought to glorify. The renewal was a phantom. "Your Majesty," a general whispered, leaning close, "we must prepare to move north." The Alps. Otto's hand, pale and trembling, lifted from the woolen blanket. He pointed a weak finger toward the single narrow window. "I will lie." There, he rasped, his voice a ghost of its former command. They followed his gaze to a patch of barren earth within the castle walls. Just hours later, as a cold dusk settled over Latium on that same day, January 23, 1002 AD, Otto III, the wonder of the world, died. The man who would be a new Caesar, a new Constantine, was gone. His empire of the mind vanished with his last breath, leaving only a body to be carried back across the Alps, a cautionary tale of ambition clashing with the hard, unyielding stone of political reality.